though I've never done that with any other brow thing ever, especially because I have that, like, you know, gaping hole right there. That's so weird. Am I doing something wrong? Hi guys, welcome to Emmarie Lane, where my goal is to find you the best beauty products for the best prices. And today we are trying out the brand new, like I pre-ordered it and got it on the day that it launched, Maybelline 2-in-1 Pencil Plus Powder Express Brow. I'm a huge fan of a lot of Maybelline's brow products, and so when I found out they were launching a new one, I knew I had to try it. Let's get into it. I'm too excited to wait any longer. I got this in the shade Soft Brown because it did look lighter in the picture compared to the last brow pencil I got from Maybelline that was also in light brown that was like way dark. We shall see if it's actually light enough for me or if I really need to just stick with dark blonde, even though I've never done that with any other brow thing ever. So this is what pencil side looks like. Are there any type of directions? Define and set eyebrows with the defining wax pencil using light strokes. Fill in with the powder along the natural brow contour. Okay, cool. So I've already combed out my brows. I do burn my brows, but they are pretty sparse still, and so I still like to fill them in and define them and all that stuff, especially because I have that, like, you know, gaping hole right there. Is it too dark? According to Amazon, this pencil is the fastest all-in-one brow tool for an instantly fuller, natural looking brow. This duo has a precise teardrop shape. The shape of this is very interesting. Tip on the side that easily defines and shapes brows. Kind of harder to do thin strokes with a shape like this. Oh, I guess you hold it that way. Maybe I'm holding it the wrong way. Maybe that's my issue. Hold it to like the side. And a powder pack sponge on the other side that fills and smooths. Delivering brows that wow. I love Maybelline and their cheesy marketing. Grab your ticket for effortless filled brow. It's kind of a little bit more difficult to get like the tail of my brow with the shape of this, and then the fact that it started flat instead of like pointed like some of the other shaped ones that I've used. It's a little dark. Okay, I don't want to go too crazy because we're going to be using the powder. Let's do the other side. It's available in 6 shades. Doesn't talk about longevity necessarily, how long it's supposed to last. As of right now, because it's newer, I only see it available at Amazon and Ulta. It is $6.99 on Amazon and it is $8.99 at Ulta. So I highly recommend, you know, Amazon if you're looking for the cheaper option. So texture wise, it definitely is waxy. I can feel it like in my brows. I don't know what I did with the lid. What did I do with it? Guess we're gonna find that in a second. I'm gonna comb through them real fast because this doesn't come with a spoolie. I'm gonna grab a different one. I'm still definitely more sparse right here along the edge where it's harder to kind of get that teardrop shape a little bit more precise, but like towards the front, like I'm honestly okay. Like I don't think I need anything else. We're gonna try out the powder anyway, but oh, it screws off. Okay, let's swatch this. It's definitely not as heavy as I thought it would be considering they talk about how packed down it is. It seems like the pigment's fading pretty fast off the top of the sponge. Like I mentioned just a second ago, I have that little gap in the middle from a scar. So anytime I can get that filled in well, I'm pretty happy with the product. But this, it seems like as I'm like swatching it on my hand, like there's nothing really there anymore. Like the pigment only lasted for like the first brow. That's so weird. Am I doing something wrong? Oh, if I when I put the cap back on and let it sit there for a second, that fixed it. Oh, there you go. That did a good job filling in that little gap. Woo! We got some bold brows today. Okay, next time I order a Maybelline brow pencil, remind me to get it in dark blonde because I just think that's better for me. At least I need to try it because these are just slightly too dark for my comfort zone. I really like how it filled in that gap right there. I also really enjoy how the powder softens up the edges in the front and on the tail. I don't like my edges to be super harsh. Yeah, it seems when you put the lid back on, it like refills the sponge. I guess a better process throwing things. A better process would be filling in one brow completely with both sides. Most people probably would do that, but you know, for video's sake, I didn't. Just know that's more necessary. Really don't know what I did with the lid. I'm gonna put on the rest of my makeup. I will be right back. This is what the brows are looking like. I actually really like it. I think they look super soft, but super full. Normally when you have this full of a brow look, when you don't normally naturally have this like on your own, tend to look a little bit more harsh. And yes, they do look dramatic. I'm not saying they look 100% natural, but they're soft. And I really like that. The powder is super forgiving when you're applying it. You don't have to worry about necessarily making a mess because you can just wipe it away. Don't know if it'll be able to wipe away, you know, in an hour hour or two because it never sets all the way, and that's what we're testing out. It's currently 12:42. I'm gonna go about my day. We're gonna be testing this out for 12 hours. I'll do a check-in halfway throughout the day in natural daylighting so we can see how that's happening and what it would look like in real life and not just in front of, you know, studio lights. I sprayed setting spray on my face and I covered up my brows with some cardboard before I sprayed so it wouldn't get on there. So we're gonna see how long it really lasts, like on its own. Cross my fingers this turns out well because this is really pretty so far. Okay, I'll see you in just a sec. Okay, it's actually really cold considering it's almost June, but we're outside and eyebrows are looking good. Okay, one thing I forgot to mention is I didn't put any, what's it called? Brow gel. I couldn't think of what it was called for a second. And so, like, I was hoping the waxiness of the brow pencil would be able to hold things up for the most part. And it has. I would say there's just a little tiny bit right there. And before you say, but don't you have your brows permed? Shouldn't they just stay by themselves? No, they do not. They still go crazy. I still need to set them. They just make my brows look a lot better in general versus just putting brow gel in by themselves. So, besides this little guy right here, which probably means I didn't put enough product, everything looks great. Nothing's smudged. Nothing's like faded or anything like that. I'm very, very, very happy with how things have turned out so far, and I hope that it stays like that for the rest of the day. It is 12:45 and yes, I am in different clothes. I ended up going to the gym last minute. Didn't know that was gonna happen today. So my makeup was not exactly gym proof. Look like a mess. Let's move on, talk about the brows. Let's start off. Nothing smeared or like feathered off or anything like that where you can see like the color outside the brow. So that's good. On my right eyebrow, on the tail, it seemed to like really fade, which is weird because it didn't on the left side, which is where I have less eyebrow hair. I don't understand that. I might have gone like this for a while when I was watching a movie tonight, although there's no product on my hands. The brows are like probably like 90% intact compared to this morning when it comes to like still looking combed. My little bald spot is holding up really well actually. I would say it's slightly faded, but considering there's no hair there for anything to grip onto, it looks like really good. I mean, considering I went to the gym and kind of got slightly sweaty, I wasn't like soaking wet or anything like that. I wasn't like a treadmill commercial or anything like that. I think it held up. I never found the lid. I have no idea why I did that. It's gone, but you know, that's my bad, not them. Overall, I like this, and I feel like if you're looking for like a natural glam brow, this is a good option. So you're not gonna get like, oh, I have naturally amazing brows. Look, it's a little bit more extreme than that, but you're kind of close to there, and it's super affordable, and it lasts a decently long time, and it's good for like day-to-day use. If you want to see a review of the Maybelline Tattoo Studio 36-hour brow pencil, you can click right here. I love you guys so much, and don't ever forget that you are enough. Bye! Mwah!